Well, good morning, Interbet fans, and welcome to the preview for Greyville. We're on turf Sunday, the 2nd of May. This is the start of Champions season and a tremendous card in store. Just summing up of yesterday, very interesting. Got the green light, showed that he's the champion, that he really is, because he put them to bed. But the other thing that it showed is that you win a Triple Crown, and I've seen this happen in America, all over. We saw horses like Seattle Slew get beaten after they'd won the Triple Crown, because that takes so much out of a horse. It's very difficult to come back within the next month or 6 weeks or 2 months and win again. Either the trainers ease back off the horse because they've done what they've wanted to do, or they keep going and there's just nothing left in the tank. And there was certainly nothing left in the tank in the 2 Triple Crown winners from this year. And got the green light, Joey Soma. Well, it'll be interesting to see what the handicapper makes of this, because it could certainly give him quite a big penalty as far as the July was concerned. Before the race, he is coming in with 53.5, as I said. And after the race, well, it will be very interesting to see what happens from there. Computer Form Sprint, lovely to see Justin Snaith in town and for racing. The new branding, well, the new branding is what it was. We met the new CEO, and we'll find out how they want to use the services of us and people who really are involved and want to be involved in the future of racing. So it will be very interesting to see what happens from here and how the whole thing pans out. But the branding looked good, and everyone was very positive, which was exactly what one would expect from a day like that. So let's go off to Greyville and see what we've got here. The first race is 11:30, so early start, 1,000 meters. And as you can see, I'm not in my Interbet colors, but we're going with the first race. Looks like extremely difficult race. You should be with the horse they're backing. A should place was a comment from Peter Muscat, which really belies what the betting shows. And Isivungu Vungu is the horse that has been backed into favourite. Richard Ferree rides it now because Anton's still off. So what are the dangers? Grey Ocean comes back in distance to the 1,000 meters. He didn't run badly over the 1,000 meters. Cartel Boss, who knows, he's come down from Joburg. He might just be a companion, but will be interesting to see how he goes. Watch for follow through. Serena Slam got some form. It's just one of those races. You just got to watch him go down and have a go from there. Excuse me. Race 2 is a maiden plate, and they go 1,200 meters. And my top choice here is 3 Leopard Lady. I think Nicholas Patel does a good job for MJ Woodendale, but he's certainly not in the top echelon of jockeys. And you've got to give credit to MJ for as giving him the rides and giving him the chances. And he does his best, Nicholas Patel. And if he gives us a good ride, this should just about win. On form, it certainly looks like the right horse. And 11-2 looks like a great price. She does run on, and I like her a lot here. Dragon Queen is a favourite and comes from Joburg. Got to have a chance. Then you got to look at Luscious Star, because the draw's against her, but she's got some form. And if you go back on her form, she holds a number of these. And then Just the Wind is a blinker strike. Have a close look at that too. Third race, there's a maiden plate, 2,400 meters. Come on, Council from the Darryl Moore yard ran very well over the 2,400 meters run before last, and then came back a little in trip and didn't run quite as well, but he was inconvenienced by the draw, so I expect him to run really well here. But Ray's Hallelujah might be the right horse. Gavin Van Zyl, interesting to see that. I thought that the better of the two might be Jack in the Box. Raymond Danielson gets a ride on him. I think he'll really be suited by the distance. Very good run behind Sam Verde over 2,400 meters. But Ray's Hallelujah has been picked by Warren Kennedy, so he's got to be the first choice from the stable. What else? Seattle Beat and Mount Athos both go into your play. Race 4, Merry Raid at 82, 2,400 meters. Absolute 2-horse races. I really like Spring Fling. I think he's the right horse. I liked him last time. He came from Stone last in quite a good race, minor feature. and this looks like what he's been looking for, and he could be a very big player in the winter. It's very interesting to see that we don't have that competition which we always had every year, which was fantastic. Racing South Africa put it on, Peter Gibson and his team, and I thought that brought a lot of interest to the racing in KwaZulu-Natal, and wouldn't have been very difficult to set up that competition again. It was pretty simple, and Dees Diamond and Peter Gibson did a fantastic job setting it up, but we don't have it. You know, these are the things that create interest. You've got to be in front of the game if you want to keep your people involved, and certainly there are other competitions, but nothing like that. So that's the right horse. Run to Denmark, I think, is a big runner, and I make this a good race for him, but the stable is stone cold at the moment. What else is there? Then the Buller runners, well, Banzai Pipeline's ridden by Magudwa. St. Philip, I thought he gave it a cracking ride last time to win from the front. He set the right fractions, and he ended up stealing the race from them. So he's jocked off, and he rides Banzai Pipeline. Dream Destiny has got good form, gets Kamala, that's a big jockey up. And In Aura and Great Affair might have chances. Race 5, Drill Hall, 1400. Well, the two Rattray horses, Rainbow Bridge and Golden Ducat, look like the best two horses in the race. And certainly on ratings, they should be able to beat this field. But then Eden Rock, now Sean did not have a good day by his own admission yesterday at Turfentine, which is very unusual, but he brings Eden Rock down here, 1-from-1 course and distance, and he might be the horse to upset the apple cart. Have a close look at Justin's two runners, Justin Snaith, Wild Coast and Pinkerton, and Silver Operator, 3-from-3 over the distance, now gets DeMello, but the draw might inconvenience him. Interesting to see that we got 23 pentometer and 3-meter false rail, or 3-meter spur, they say. Well, a spur means they might cut it off before they enter the straight, which would give everyone a chance, and certainly the horses that are drawn badly would have a much better chance if it's only a spur. If it's a false rail and it's cut off inside the straight, then it does inconvenience the horses that are drawn worse. Race 6, Fillies Guineas. Can't really go against Captain's Ransom. She looks like the business. She's 1-3 in the race. She's beaten them all. The only one that ever beat her was Ko Coco. So let's have a look how that goes. Princess Kala and Zarina have got some sort of chance, but yeah, looks like a banker. I'm going to add a few into my jackpots because there is a jackpot carryover to race 5, R250,000 carryover, which will help the jackpot. And I'm going to add a few there, hoping that we get a bit of result. Race 7. Guineas, 1600. Kometi Dung comes from Cape Town, and he's got the Dung completely. He's a very nice horse. The draw is a concern because Sisha Chela has got a job to do from there. They're stuck with him, which is great to see, and let's hope that he goes all the way through with this horse. He deserves it. He's a hard-working guy, and he rode a lot for me when I trained in KwaZulu-Natal, and I really liked him. He tried, he's pleasant, and he was always at work, which was fantastic to see that he's picked up a horse like Kometi Dung. I saw him the other day at the stables, lovely-looking horse. I think he'll go extremely well. But the draw is a concern. What I would say to him, if I was speaking to him, as I'd say, Seeking the Stars looks like the front runners, drawn on your outside, follow it round, get yourself in a good position, and you should be able to win it. Russian Rock, can you believe a 10-1 for a Guineas winner, Cape Guineas winner in a race like this? It just shows you how the form really has not worked out. Linebacker, got to have some chance, and the Gatekeeper, I think the Snaiths are getting this one ready for the July. That's what it looks like to me, and that might be his game. MK's Pride, the best horse in Joburg, is coming down to run here and should go into all your play. Race 8, Pinnacle, 1400, absolute 3-cornered race. I like number 2, Mount Laurel. I think she's absolutely perfect, 1-from-2 course and distance. She's got class. She's had the run down here. She'll run well. And then third runway from the Kotson Yard with Vanika on now rides it. 3-from-5 over the distance. And Trickster needed a last run. Those 3 are my play in that race. Race 9 is merit rated 78, 1400 meters, and I'm bankering Midnight Badger. I think he's the right horse in the race. He's so low in the merit rating because he's come from Cape Town. He's had 2 warm-up runs, and I think this is perfect for him. Drawn 1, he's the play of the day, I would have thought. Race 10, merit rated 78, 1400 meters. You've got to put in a couple of horses here. Count Marsh goes in, back on the turf, might suit him well, and the blinkers are off. Lyle Hewitson jumps aboard. I like the jockey bookie. Green Light to Heaven is your favorite and got very good form and should go extremely well here. So what else is there? Fly the Coup and Chatterton's Keeper both got chances. All in all, fabulous day's racing. I'll be back in the colours during the week. The Interbet colours, remember that Interbet is the place to bet, and as you can see, you get the full payout there, and you can bet live in running on every single sporting event that there is. We're betting live on the IPL, and it is great fun to go the run spread, and first 6 over run spread gives you a chance of having a go at everything. You can even back the top batsmen, top bowlers from each team. There's 2 big IPL games today, which should be fun to watch while the racing's on, because 35 or 40 minutes between races, I mean, it's a no-brainer. We should be racing 20-25 minutes between races, but maybe all these ideas will come to fruition with the new regime. From me, James Goodman, have a great day's racing.